practice being nothing, and you practice being something. It's all about practice. You know, be what you practice. So we keep talking about this same thing about man and what we need to do and what we need. Guess what? That's practice. Before long, it's gonna look like perfectness. And if you know if it look like perfectness, it look like God. It's a process. They didn't dilute the process, stole the process. It's a process to getting where He wants you to be. It's a process. And we all got to work toward that process. Man, 126, God said, let us make man in our image and our likeness. That's what we have to do. Every Saturday, every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There have to be the mindset. They said bind it around their door frames, around the windows, around your neck, like a watch. So you always be mindful and remember what you're supposed to be doing. That's why every week, Genesis 1:26, man, it's your job to know man. It's your job to understand who you are. It's your job to take care of what needs to be taken care of, man. God left it in your hands. He left it in your hands, not mine. He left it in your hands, just as well. Just as well. You know, I say all the time, man, I love this. I love the Old Testament. Bring the law. Bring rules and regulations, understanding, laws, what you doing, what you shouldn't be doing. You know, we all got them. You pass them on to your children, what they should and shouldn't be doing. But you don't want anybody to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. Because, see, that's because it's something that's being awakened in you as you get older. That's why the book of Ecclesiastes, they talk about when you was a child, you did childish things. When you became a man, you put, the childish things away. See, as you become a man, it don't matter if somebody tell you or not. You start to do the things that men do. You start to handle your manly business regardless. And that's why it becomes so hard for you to take instructions for somebody. Because you know who you are deep down inside. You know who you are under all that mess and garbage and stuff they done put on top of the light. You know who you are. That's why you still don't like listening to nobody. That's why you still, every day, you have a conflict when somebody try to tell you something. Even if it is for your best interest. You still looking at them like, I'm going to think about it. You're going to rationalize it. And if it's right and correct, you might, put it in your repertoire. That's what we do. The things that's good, we keep it. Things that's bad, we get rid of. Oftentimes we don't know what's good or bad, so therefore we keep a lot of junk around that we don't even know that's bad for us. Or think that it ain't that bad, I can overcome it, I get by it. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up with us. And it's going to show us where we lacking at. Because that's where it's going to bite us at. That's where it's going to feel the most pain at. Where you lacking at. Not because somebody did you some wrong. You can't rob me if my house is in order. Huh? You can't hurt me if my house is in order. I don't fear you when my house is in order. The only time I fear you is when my house is out of order, man. That's the only time you can hurt me. That's the only time that anybody can hurt me is when my house is out of order. Not when your house is out of order. You can't hurt me when your house is out of order. You can't get mad at your reality in your world and think it's going to affect me. No. Only time you can hurt me, I can hurt you is when your house is out of order. That's why we got to work hard to keep our house in order. You feel me? I've been reading, I've been doing a little studying, not much. Been doing a little because I'm going to tell you something, man. As I'm studying, I'm starting to come across things, man, that ain't going to be sounding like the average, what you've heard before come out of this book. Because as I read this book, you know what's becoming really, really apparent to me is, and they was talking face to face. They were saying, I'm finna go talk to God. Or I'm meeting with God. Remember the description? I'm finna go see God yonder. What I'm understanding about this book, ain't no time, not one time, when they say God cruised up on a cloud, rode up on a camel. You know, it's not one time have they said how he got here. It's always as if they knew he was here and they was talking to him, walking with him, getting their instructions on what to do and how to, you know, do in certain situations. It's not never like it's a myth. Like, you know, you're just searching for him, like you waiting to show up. The Bible is not pushing that like that. That's man doing that. The Bible is talking as if he have been here forever. Like he was right there with you. And say making him into a spook. They don't want you to know that you are him. That's why God said, I am he. They don't want you to know who you are. They're taking away the key ingredients, man, to keep us bound and bowing our head and bowing out early, way too early. They're killing the fire. They're killing the fire in the soldiers. You know, in the soldier, man, you read the book of, y'all know the story of David. David slaying Goliath. I know that story. The little bitty, you know, guy that was out tilling the land, not no warrior. Everybody was scared of it. I think it was the Ammonites because they was big, they was huge. So David, little old self, went out there with his slingshot, rock, said, I got it. The commander of the army looked over at David and was like, man, you don't go somewhere. Go on, sit down. David said, no, I'll fight him. Walked out there, picked up his rock, bow! Knocked him down, went over there and got his own sword and slayed him with it. Huh? And guess what? He learned how to fight, eventually became the leader of the army, and went on off and did the Lord's work, God's work, good things. Slaughtered a lot of people. Good morning, brother. And that was, and right there, man, that is how it works. That's the natural order of things. When you go out there and do what he said do, there's nothing, man. When I say nothing, nothing, nobody, they'll never be able to stand before us. Never. They ain't talking about no fight. I'm talking about here, man. We got to start doing this here. It's not about the fight. It's not about busting up your knuckles. It ain't about who fight harder, it's who fight smarter. It ain't about who work harder, it's who works smarter. It's always about how smart and how not smart you are, man. We got to start doing it from here. Watch this here, man. Let me read something to y'all, man.